Organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on this live Monday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV, peaceful protest. Local citizens band together to stand up for transgender rights. And later, learn more about what exactly is going on with the latest in Iowa laws.
Iowa wrestling brings home 2 Big Ten champions.
And Iowa basketball sends their seniors off right.
We got some sunshine and snow heading your way. Find out more later in weather.
All that and more coming up. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Scott. The LGBTQ community organized a rally yesterday to support the transgender community in the pedestrian mall. Demonstrators intended to raise awareness about transgender rights in Iowa public schools. Organizers say the rally was responding to the Trump administration withdrawing legislation that gave students in public schools the right to use the bathroom of the gender to which they identify. This legislation was initially put in place by the Obama administration, The rally featured speakers including Iowa House Representative Liz Bennett, Iowa's first openly LGBTQ state representative, and other supporters.
Huge amount of fear with our trans youth in the state of Iowa and in the entire United States, that they, could not feel safe using the restroom of their choice.
A recent proposal by state Republican lawmakers causes controversy. The question, however, is if there is a reason to worry. Daily Iowan TV reporter Christopher Cervantes reports with more.
Not even 4 months after the presidential election, and voter turnout is already looking to take a dip. But not for the reasons you may think. Iowa lawmakers are proposing a new piece of legislation that would not only require voters to have a specific voter ID, but also eliminate same-day registration. This is a move that many see as unnecessary, not only due to expense reasons, but due to the possibility of it being discriminatory. I reached out and spoke to University of Iowa political science professor Timothy Hagel to get his take on the other side of the issue.
The impetus for wanting some kind of voter ID law usually revolves around concerns of voter fraud of one sort or another.
However, he also acknowledged the reasoning behind the left-leaning argument.
The usual argument they make is they try to suggest that it involves voter suppression, and you don't want people to vote. Well, you get a lot of arguments back and forth, and it's hard to tell how much an effect it would actually have.
Despite all this talk, a lot of localized concerns on the issue are directed at how this will affect the students at the University of Iowa.
But the question is, well, can students use a student ID? Apparently, a student ID would not be sufficient.
With Iowa being such a political state, this law would be a game changer in the political field. For better or worse, it's still up in the air. Reporting from Iowa City, this is Christopher Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.
Well, skies were looking a little gray this morning on my walk in. Let's turn over to Noah Gowdy in the weather studio to find out what we have going on. Noah, what's it looking like?
Well, Ryan, those gray skies are going to be sticking around today because we got some rain in the forecast. So let's get to the rest of the forecast today. This afternoon, there will be a 60% chance of thunderstorms and a high of 67 degrees. It doesn't get any better this evening with the chance of storms rising to 80% and the temperature dropping to 37 degrees. Luckily, Tuesday morning, that rain will be replaced with some partly cloudy skies and a high of 55 degrees. Now let's take a look at our 6-day extended forecast. Tuesday, we'll see a high somewhere in the mid-50s and a low in the mid-30s, along with partly cloudy skies. Wednesday will do away with the clouds altogether, showing off clear skies with the temperatures reaching the high 40s. Thursday will be another day of partly cloudy skies with a high in the upper 50s. Friday there will be overcast skies and temperatures will be dropping to a high in the 40s. Saturday is the first day of spring break, but it looks like winter is going to interfere with a 60% chance of sleet and a high of 40 degrees. Sunday will also return to overcast skies with a high in the mid-40s. That's all I have for you here in the weather studio. Ryan, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Noah. Due to the condition of Johnson County roads, the county is discussing potential road embargoes. Some of these restrictions focus on weight restrictions where vehicles meeting or exceeding the weight requirement must have a permit for specific roads. Vehicles found on the roads without the permit could face prosecution. If embargoes are implemented, residents looking for permits may apply in the Johnson County Secondary Road Department on Melrose Avenue West by mail or by contacting the department. Last Friday, downtown Iowa City held its first Gallery Walk of 2017. This spring Gallery Walk included 12 art exhibits across the downtown Iowa City area. I attended the event to give you the details.
The Gallery Walk takes place at local Iowa City businesses of all kinds, from banks like Midwest One and USA Bank to Engler Theater and MC Ginsburg. Midwest One is celebrating its 28th year of bringing children's artwork to the exhibit.
It features artwork from all of the Iowa City area elementary schools, including the private schools, Willow Wind, Regina, Heritage Christian, and then Solon Elementary and Middle School are also included in this exhibit.
Each artwork is displayed with their school on any of the 3 floors of the bank, and some of these even go on to get published in the Midwest One calendar.
Also select 50 to be our featured artists, and of those 50, 25 have their work placed in our Kids Art calendar that we produce every year and hand out for free to the public.
The other 25 are framed by Blick Art Materials here in the old Capitol Mall. Proud parents get to see their children's artwork on display.
She loves to draw. She can look at things and draw them pretty well.
We typically host around 1,000 plus people. So it's a lot of kids, a lot of people. A lot of people bring their families and their grandparents, and it's a big deal.
Well, last weekend was a big weekend for Iowa wrestling. Let's toss over to Ashley and Lucy staying by in the sports studio with more.
Thanks, Ryan. Yes, it was exciting to see Thomas Gilman finally announced as a Big Ten champion, as well as Sammy Brooks getting his second Big Ten champion medal.
That's right, 133-pound senior Corey Clark was looking for a second Big Ten title, but fell to Nathan Tomasello of Ohio State in the championship in the last seconds of the match. 157-pound redshirt freshman Michael Kimmer also received second.
3 more Hawks also placed. 149-pound Brandon Sorensen got third. 174-pound Alex Meyer took fifth, and 141-pound Topher Carton came away with ninth. All these Hawks who placed qualified for the NCAA tournament in St. Louis in 2 weeks.
The remaining wrestlers who didn't place could still go to the NCAAs if they get nominated with a bid later on. The Hawks are ranked 3rd overall. Tune in tomorrow for a more in-depth recap. Yesterday, the men's basketball team was able to walk away with an exciting and emotional win for the last time in Carver this season. Mary Kate Harrion has more.
Iowa came out in full force on Sunday against Penn State as the Hawkeyes took down the Nittany Lions 90-79. Starting off senior day, senior Dale Jones hit the first 3 of the game, and senior captain Peter Jacques, after sitting most of the first half because of foul trouble, ended with the team high of 21 points, followed by Nicholas Barrett with 20 points, 2 assists, and 10 rebounds. Jordan Bohannon, Tyler Cook, and Cordell Pemzel all ended the game in double digits. If they continue to play this way, their chances of earning a spot in the NCAA tournament become higher and higher.
I think we deserve to be in, but I think what you have to do is not focus on thinking about it and talking about it, because we can do what we have to do to get in.
If you look how we played these last 4 games, we're a top team in the country. We're playing really well. We have guys shooting the ball like Jordan, Pete, how they are. Like, we're tough to guard, and when you're winning 4 in a row, I think you want teams that are hot in the NCAA tournament, teams that are playing their best basketball. When you look at the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're playing our best basketball right now. So, understand that, but also we have some work to do in the Big Ten tournament, and no one's going to give us anything. We have to go out there and earn it.
Let's just keep winning. We're gonna play Thursday, most likely, and as long as we keep winning games, and we just tell ourselves we might as well just go win it, go win the Big Ten tournament, and they got to put us in. So that's our goal right now, is just to keep winning games and to make it a Sunday and win the Big Ten tournament.
Now, as postseason approaches, how the Hawkeyes play in the Big Ten tournament will help decide their fate of getting a bid in the NCAA tournament. Reporting for the last time this season from Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Mary Kate Harrion for Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Definitely nice to see the Hawkeyes get the win, not only for the team, but for the 2 seniors on senior day.
Now, Katie Sextro has more on 2 players that made a big difference, not only against Penn State, but throughout the whole season.
Peter Jacques saw the bench most of the first half after 2 early fouls. It went into the half with just 1 point. But just like they have all season, the young guys stepped up on senior day. Tyler Cook, Cordell Pemsel, and Nicholas Bear were clearly ready for Penn State as they all came out with a huge first half. And at that point, it appeared that they would have to carry the team. But then here comes Jock. With a 3 to start off the second and then 3 more triples to follow, Jock quickly proved that he was going to go out on a good note.
The guys said they was going to find me, so I just had to score. So I just got on a run, and then they kept finding me.
He moves, he moves the ball. He understands how to hit the guy on the pick and roll. He understands how to screen. He understands that he's got to get on the glass if we're going to play 3 guards. And then he's got to lead a young team. I couldn't be more proud of that type of leadership and maturity.
Bear also made a name for himself on Sunday, scoring a career-high 20 points and 10 rebounds.
He does everything, whether it's diving for loose balls, blocking shots, making baskets, passing the ball, everything. Everything you can do on a basketball court, Nicholas Bear does.
He impacts the game when we put him in. He settles everybody down, helps you on the glass, helps you defensively, helps you against the press, helps you from 3-point range. Offensive rebound putbacks, deflections. I mean, he's everywhere, and he's really smart.
Bear is the heart of the team. He's a great leader. I mean, he's been helping me with the leader, being a great leader too. So me and him are doing a great job. He's a great energy guy. Come in and score. He doesn't care if he scores or not, but he's going to do whatever it takes for the team to win.
An honor for me, especially hearing that from Pete. A guy who's been here 4 years and has worked tirelessly over his 4 years and has really improved. And he's a leader of this team. And that was evident today. He got 2 fouls early, but being able to come back and knock down all the shots he knocked down, that's what we expect out of Pete, and he's played to that standard all year.
And even though Jock's time as a Hawkeye is almost over, it's pretty clear that this team is in good hands. Reporting for the last time in Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Katie Sextro, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawks tied for 6th in the Big Ten standings and will play Indiana Thursday in the Big Ten Tournament quarterfinals at 5:30 p.m.
Another men's sport that was in action this weekend was men's tennis. On Sunday, they opened up Big Ten play versus Wisconsin, losing the match 5-2. Pat Lynch has more.
For the Hawkeyes, they opened up their Big Ten season play today versus Wisconsin Badgers, taking a loss 5-2. Coach Wilson seems optimistic that his team will be prepared to play the rest of the Big Ten season play.
As the Hawkeyes opened up Big Ten season play, the Wisconsin Badgers were a tough test, handing them the 4th loss of the season and first in conference play. Despite winning only 1 doubles match, Jake Jacoby and Kareem Alov touched on their single match wins.
The guy's a freshman, really good player, so I didn't know much about him. But I just tried to stay solid in the opening, kind of get going to the match, and kind of got my feeling in, and gained a little confidence after I won the first set. But if you lose that doubles point, you got to try to come back as best as you can and forget about it.
I mean, we lost the doubles point. It was pretty tight, and we were able to regroup and just focus on the singles, forget about the doubles point, and I just hung in there. The first set I was up, and then I found myself down at the end of the first set, managed to get the tie break, and just kept on going from there.
Coach Wilson looks to clean up his team's mistakes by keeping his players focused as they head into a 3-match road trip.
We just keep the same course, that we've done the whole season. I mean, we've got, a schedule that we have every single week of how we're going to practice and what we're going to practice, and, we'll just stay doing that and stay focused, clean up some of the things we didn't do so well today and, move on. It's a week-to-week thing, so.
For the Hawkeyes, they look to get their first conference win in Lincoln, Nebraska Friday night. Reporting from Iowa Hawkeye Tennis and Recreation Center, Patrick Lynch, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawks continue Big Ten play this Friday, where they will play the Huskers in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Iowa baseball went 2-3 in their series on the road this weekend, finishing with a loss to Minnesota 3-6.
Tune in tomorrow for more updates on Hawkeye sports from over the weekend. Ryan, back to you.
That's going to bring this morning's program to a close. Be sure to tune in to our live broadcasts at dailyiowan.com every morning at 8:30 a.m. for all the latest and local news. And don't forget to pick up today's copy of the Daily Iowan. This has been Ryan Scott reporting from DITV. Thanks for joining us and have a nice day.